Mara Krinsky. This is Marvel Live. We are here at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm so excited to be here with Matt Martin from the Lucasfilm Story Group.
Thank you for having me.
I love that you are appropriately dressed to come talk to us today at Marvel.
Of course, I mean, I'm a big fan of both Star Wars and Marvel, so this seemed like a really logical choice. Ironically, I actually packed 2 weeks ago because I was at Celebration and didn't plan to wear this, and it happened to be the last shirt. I'm like, oh, that worked out.
That worked out very well. In case you guys can't see, he's wearing an awesome Guardians of the Galaxy t-shirt. So tell us a little bit about Celebration. What was it like being there?
Oh, it was crazy. I think it was probably the biggest and best international celebration that we've done. Star Wars celebrations are always kind of the highlight of my year every year. And this one, we got to talk a lot about Rogue One, which is cool. I'm super excited about it. So yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. So guys, if you have questions for Matt, if we have any Star Wars fans out there, feel free to tweet us. It's Sunday, all of our pronunciation. You can treat us too, but at Marvel SDCC, and we'll try and pass your questions along to Matt. But explain to people a little bit about what being part of the story world at Lucasfilm means. Like, what do you get to do every day?
So yeah, the story group, we do a lot. We're kind of, in addition to being sort of a traditional development team, we also work across all of our different mediums because the Star Wars story is one story. It's all kind of one universe. So we're there to help connect the dots.
Are you trying to tell me it's all connected?
It is all connected.
We're very familiar with that here
Yes,
at Marvel.
exactly. I think we probably got a little inspiration from Marvel on that.
Wow, do you think that's great to hear?
Because yeah, several people on the team are big Marvel fans at least. So yeah, so we're there, especially myself and a couple other guys on the team are there really to help connect the dots between all of our mediums. You know, if something cool is happening in a comic book that we can reference in a novel, you know, we're there to make that connection because most of the creators themselves don't actually have time to read every single piece of content that we put out.
That would take a lot of time. As much as you might want to, that's a little bit difficult.
Exactly. It's nice to be on the side where now I get paid to do that because I was doing that anyway.
And so you said that at Celebration you were able to talk about Rogue One a little bit. What can you share with the Marvel fans about Rogue One right now?
Very little. As most people probably know, it is the story of how the Rebels got the Death Star plans, which leads into Star Wars A New Hope, the original film. It's kind of about a ragtag team that comes together to actually, you know, get those plans. At Celebration, we announced a couple things. I think we said a couple planet names, Scarif being one of them, which is the beach planet that you see in the trailer. We showed off some new troopers, the Death Troopers, the really tall, black armored guys, as well as the Shore Troopers, who are new troopers that kind of roam the beaches of Scarif.
And you work with the Marvel Group on some of our Star Wars comics. So what's that process like? Give us a little bit of insight.
Yeah, so we have editors on our side. Marvel obviously has editors on your side. And, you know, between those groups, they then funnel things down to us, and we'll work on literally every aspect of it. We see the proposals, we see outlines, scripts, inks, pencils, final color, everything. And you know, every iteration that comes through, we make our notes, and those go back to, you know, the writers and artists, and everything gets, you know, put together. And sometimes when we need to hash out a story, you know, we'll just get on the call and everybody kind of together talking over things. It's very cool. Yeah,
well, I mean, obviously at Marvel, we're definitely familiar with having a very big world and trying to drill down and tell specific stories within that world that are unique and original. Let's see, we've got questions coming in already from Sophia. Who is your favorite Star Wars character? Cool shirt, by the way.
My favorite, probably Leia. I'm a really big Leia fan, although since this is a Marvel show, I also want to say Dr. Aphra is very high up there on my list.
Nice. Nate wants to know any timetable on the release of Episode 8, a title?
That's not anything I would even know about, thankfully.
And let's see. We just kind of talked about this a little bit, but do the writers of the Marvel Star Wars books answer to someone else different than the actual Marvel Universe writers? So you were just saying it's kind of a collaboration.
Yeah, it's definitely a collaboration. I mean, I don't exactly know how it works on the Marvel side, but I assume that it's probably somewhat similar where they're you know, answering to the editors.
Yeah.
But then we have kind of another side of things, which is answering to us and, you know, having us there to help keep everything in line.
That makes sense. Krista McQueen wants to know, will we ever see Star Wars live action on Netflix like Marvel is?
Again, not something I know. Since I'm only on the story development side,
Mhm.
that's distribution, so
Personal question. Again, this is him personal, not as official Star Wars. If you could see a Star Wars Netflix series, is there someone you'd want to pluck out and expand their story into, 8 episodes, 13 episodes?
wow, that's tough. I mean, I did already mention Afra, and I wouldn't hate seeing more of her, especially a live action version, because I can
Yes.
feel it. I can see it feeling a little Indiana Jones-ish.
That would be super
And
cool.
obviously, I'm a big indie fan too, so I wouldn't mind seeing that. And seeing what Netflix has done with the Marvel shows is certainly exciting and keeps me hopeful.
Okay, that's good. A new hope. Matt from Superhero Talk, if you could choose any superpower, what should it be?
Oh, teleportation, for sure. Like Nightcrawler.
I've had so many conversations here about like the traffic on the way to Los Angeles from San Diego. Teleportation is very, very popular right now.
Especially coming from London to here, that would have saved some time.
Yeah, that would have been good. Let's see, Pete Two Tubes. Matt, do you have a favorite panel, splash page, or cover from the new Marvel Star Wars run?
Okay, I have a very random one, and I'm not sure if it's out, but since it doesn't give anything away, I'll still say it. There's a there's a panel of Silo in one of the Vader books that came out that it looks like he's checking his Twitter, and for some reason I find that so amusing. Like he's actually doing something else with a little gadget, but to me it's like I'm gonna make that into something, and that'll be my checking my Twitter thing forever.
That's fantastic. Let's see, Gavin Perkins, really looking forward to Rogue One. It'll be great seeing a Star Wars film which focuses less on the Jedis and more on the Rebels.
For sure.
Matt, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Omar Shalom wants to know, Matt, whose side are you on in Marvel's Civil War 2?
Oh my God, it's so hard. I think probably Danvers' side, but mostly just because I trust her. I think I could see an argument for both sides, but I guess I'm a Carol Corpse person.
So I better not give you the idea that I might do something wrong, because you're gonna tell. Let's see, Rotor, Matt, are there more films in the works? Do you think someone should make a Shadows of the Empire a film?
I wouldn't do exactly Shadows. I love Shadows, but that wouldn't be like my number one book to make into a film. Although I should say the Outrider, which is the ship, Dash Rendar's ship from Shadows, was just shown in a Star Wars Rebels trailer. So the Outrider will be in season 3 of Rebels, which is a pretty cool step in that direction.
That actually brings up an interesting question, which is, in the comics, because you don't have to worry about paying for actual production, you can kind of explore some things that might not be possible budget-wise in a film or, a TV. Is there something in the comics that's been explored Star Wars-wise that, has kind of blown it out of the water, that you've been able to kind of go in that direction?
That's a tough question. I think all of the Vader Down arc, I think would have been incredible to see as a film, but I think it would have been so expensive to make.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of one of those stories that you could only do in comics, where it's on a different, a different planet with all kinds of different characters and a lot of main cast, which is expensive.
Well, we could keep talking to you forever, but we know you have a lot of content to get to. If people want to find you, are you on the Twitters? Where can they find you on social media?
I am, yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Missing Words. That's probably the best place. I'm on other things too, but Missing Words is really the one thing I actually check on Twitter and reply, although I can't answer most things.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting with the fans. We are going to be taking you next to the Captain Marvel announcement yesterday from Hall H. Thanks so much. Keep watching.